Welcome back to Tomorrow's Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. And today we're going to talk about the multiple questions that the NBA has concerning the upstart of the season. I know many of you are trying to figure this out as well as myself, being a fan of the sport. But the crazy thing is, many really don't have any answers to the questions that's being asked. I know that the commissioner of the league came out and spoke the other day. He gave some brief information, but nothing that had any real bite to it. As of late, we've heard multiple conversations taking place as far as coalitions that players have come together that have, some serious questions concerning the platforms that they would have once the season starts back up. But what really got me the most is the whole idea of this pandemic that has been going on now for close to 3 months. And still we have no definitive answers as far as how people are catching the COVID virus and what exactly is being done to get them back to normal as far as medication, different things that one may need to do to get themselves back healthy again. I do know that they're saying that the NBA teams are supposed to go into some type of bubble at a complex, I believe it's the ESPN complex in Orlando, Florida. My question is, are these guys going to be pulled away from their families for the next 3.5 months? Will there be family allowed to attend games? Exactly how is this going to happen? How is all this going to take place? Will they be shut off from the world? Basically, and all we'll get to see is just them on the television screen playing games. And again, the list goes on and on. But one great question that did come about was what will happen if a player ends up catching the virus? And basically that the answer was, we'll just pull them out. But as we saw in the beginning with the Utah Jazz and Gobert, who came up positive with the virus, he had another teammate that ended up catching the virus as well. I'm not saying that he caught that virus from Gobert. I'm just saying that was what took place after the fact. So it just leads me to wonder exactly what's the answers. What's going on here? What's the end game? I mean, yes, we're going to get sports back on TV within the next 30 days or so. And again, many of these players, they're for playing, but they're looking at the bigger cause that sustains from Mr. George Floyd being murdered in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Excuse me, in Minneapolis. I do apologize. I have a hard time with that word, but pronouncing that word, I do apologize. But yes, a lot of these big name players have platforms that they use to keep people aware of what's going on. And many of them have spoken out and against a lot of the things that have taken place. And they've spoken about these things that have been taking place for years. And a lot of them are wondering, will their platform be dimmed a little bit because they're not able to come out and speak as freely as they would be if they had a microphone in their face, being able to discuss certain topics that's going on right now, with everything that has taken place concerning Mr. George Floyd. And now we have additional people that have been killed out here in these streets, and it's causing a true uproar. And yes, people look at sports as it being a pastime that can maybe calm things down. And I don't think people really want to calm things down. They want to get answers to questions. They want to see equality, because everyone has a seat at the table. It's just not about, this person over that person and so on and so forth. Everyone wants to be able to sit back and say, hey, my brother, my sister, let's, move forward. Let's move forward as a whole. And also, they want to make sure that if they do decide to play, what are these owners going to do? Because a lot of these owners, they've sat back. They haven't really said much anything. They just, been quiet, waiting. It's like the waiting game, waiting to see exactly, what is the next move that's going to take place. But I do know one thing for certain: they are definitely hoping the coalition that doesn't want to play picks up a little more steam, because they're going to shred that collective bargaining agreement, and many people are going to be affected from it. Just like right now, look at how many folks have been affected from the whole pandemic that has taken place. Think about it. I'm pretty sure, I might be talking to one of you guys right now that has been affected by just, not only from a monetary standpoint, but also from the standpoint of someone, one of your loved ones may have, may have contracted COVID-19. And if they have, I send my prayers and I hope they're doing well. But, these are the questions that we have before us. I mean, we can't get answers from too many places. Somebody's going to step up and give an answer as far as what's going on. But I wait to see, just like many of you, exactly how all of this is going to take place and what's going to be the final outcome. Will we have sports or won't we? Because right now, COVID-19 is holding everything in a grip. It's almost like COVID-19 is holding that basketball like it's a baseball bat, ready to just swing at any point in time. Because not to mention, I didn't even mention the fact that Florida just opened back up and they already have 2,000 additional cases. Now, some are saying that these cases came from the marching that took place over Mr. Floyd's passing, as well as the other individuals that have passed due to police brutality. And it's an issue. It's a serious issue we need to look at. But guys, like I said, this pandemic has really put a stranglehold on a lot of different things. And I'm knowing for certain these guys are not going to sit in no bubble or at the ESPN complex or wherever it is that they're going to have them and just eat the random food that they're going to have there for them. Just like many of us that's sitting here watching and listening to me right now speak, they're probably pretty, pissed off at the stuff that they've had to eat continuously, because they've been wanting to go to their favorite restaurants. They've been wanting to go to their favorite hangout spots and just, mingle with the crowd and have a good time. So really, guys, it's a lot of different things that's just in the air. Hopefully Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, he'll come out and give us some updates on what's going on as far as the safety of these players, and everybody can be at ease. Because one thing for certain, two things for sure: the issue that's going on right now doesn't need to be swept under the rug, but I do get there's a lot of people that's going to be hurting even more if sports is not started back up in some capacity. So guys, all I'm saying is, please, somebody give us some answers. That's all we're asking for. But that's all I have for you this evening. And like I always said, guys, hey, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you like the content, please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And guys, please be that one. Be that one and lead.